The Forbidden. Brody Dabney, a wealthy man, was engaged to Lee Jackson. He pledged to support equal pay for women, an end to racial injustice, and support for the impoverished. His speeches reflected his commitment to a better tomorrow. Get up. Brody glares down at Lee. Her long, curly hair was matted with blood and tears. She had had enough. Since 18, she searched and hoped to find a love like her parents had, for a man to touch her with genuine love. Yet all she saw were lies, pain, and betrayal. She truly believed she could love through rejection and abuse, and one day, love would love her back. However, it had not happened. She had given up a lot, hoping to be loved. She had no more to give. She used all her strength to push herself to her feet. "I'm done with you," Lee shouted, hoping that someone outside their penthouse suite would hear. Brody lunged at her, using his fist to knock her to the ground. He then straddled her, wrapping his large hands around her neck. Lee did her best to fight back. She clawed at his skin until the blackness took over and her body became limp. Somewhere in North Florida, his amber eyes peered into the inky darkness of the night. Something just didn't feel right. Tokoda could feel it in the sharp, cool evening breeze. Although the air was colder this time of year in North Florida, there was a dark chill in the atmosphere that caused the pores on Tokoda's arms to rise. As a warrior and guard, he used all of his 7 senses to protect his people. Tokoda rose to his feet, feeling the solid ground beneath him. His broad frame commanded respect, with his impressive 6-foot stature. He was known among his tribe as a master of hand-to-hand combat, and his skill was unmatched among the warriors of his generation. His long, jet-black hair is neatly pulled back from his well-sculpted face, and his dark skin protected him like a cloak in the darkness. He felt a presence approaching, but he couldn't make out what it was. He stepped out of the shadows, and the full moon illuminated the treetops of the forest. Tokoda felt a chill run down his spine as a sense of foreboding filled the air. He took in a deep breath. He could just about smell the stench of death floating in the air. The forest seemed to agree. An ominous mist seemed to drift through the air. The old trees sensed a looming dread. Tokoda's heart skipped a beat when he heard the unfamiliar sound, so he quickly found a spot to hide from where he could investigate the source of the noise. The crackling of dry, dead leaves beneath heavy boots could be heard. Tokoda peered through the branches and leaves of his hiding place and observed a man carrying a woman's limp body through the woods. The stranger stopped at a clearing just 30 feet away from where Tokoda stood guard. He dumped the woman's body on the ground and then walked away. Tokoda was confused by this man's actions. He had seen shady things in the forest before. This was different, darker, menacing. The victim had an unusual air about them. Tokoda watched carefully, weighing his options. It was forbidden for anyone to have any contact with outsiders. The elders insisted on this law, yet only an elder could give him permission. Getting permission at this moment is impossible. His tribe believed in unity. Native people from the Miji, Olmec, Taino, Carlusa, Arawak, and Khoisan created a unique blend of people. Despite their differences, they all found one common belief and learned to bring their unique gifts together for the benefit of all. They formed their own community and called themselves Naiji. They all referred to this continent as Turtle Island, a term forgotten in today's world.